welcome to Bourgeois TV, another episode. Today I'm here with wonderful and inspire young DJ by the name of DJM-squared.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What's going on, sir?
Man, I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you take the time to come sit down with me for me to do a little talk with you.
Absolutely.
Get to know you and let my audience get to know you about you a little bit.
For sure.
Now, let's first start it. I know you're a DJ, right?
Yes, I'm also a producer.
A producer. So yeah. before you start producing, you start DJing first. What made you start DJing?
Kind of happened simultaneously.
Yeah.
I was like a teenager
in
my
What
room.
age?
Maybe 13 or something.
Oh, wow.
I've always loved
young.
music. Yeah, I've always loved music as a kid, but I really started, getting a passion for it when I was like 12, 13 years old, and I had a dual cassette deck in my room. And, I couldn't afford turntables at the time.
Yeah.
The best thing I could do was use the pause and play buttons to mix the tapes together.
Right?
And man, that was my first introduction to what DJing was, mixing, and so I learned on cassette tapes first.
Do you have a favorite DJ, like a role model that you were looking for?
Oh, there's so many. So many. I mean, I wish I could name all. We'd be here for like 3 hours if I could just name them all.
No, but is there like one that
Oh man,
there's
it's hard to say just one. I can name a few.
Okay.
If that
Which one
helps. I started here in Orlando.
Okay, so are you from Orlando?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but I grew up here, so the DJs that were on the radio locally here is the first exposure I ever got to like mix shows and mixing and scratching, and those guys were of course like DJ Pro Style and DJ Nasty and Jimmy Jams and those are the guys that I would listen to every day, in my room at like 13 years old, studying them, what they were doing before I could even get my hands on my own turntables. And, but eventually as I developed my taste and my style, my influences continue to grow. Someone I, idolize is like DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Premier, Mark Ronson, there's just so many DJs that I just love and admire and respect.
Now I see.
I can't forget DJ AM as well. So he's a major influence on my career too.
Of course, that's the one.
Yeah, rest in peace, DJ AM. Yeah, for sure.
I saw that, not too far ago, as a DJ, you've been doing pretty good. I saw you've been on a couple of TV shows. You've been doing, a couple of Red Bull stuff. Now, let's say about the Red Bull stuff. So, how many have you won so far now?
I won the United States Championship for the Red Bull 3 style.
Okay, how many times?
I had to win from Orlando. I had to win that. And you want to cut that?
No, I'll get that later.
Okay. Well, I won the Red Bull 3 style United States National Championship.
Okay.
And I was the first ever to do it in the United States.
Yeah.
So that was, definitely a huge honor.
It said 3 star. Is it you win 3 times? Or
no, you have to incorporate, one of the rules in the competition is you have to incorporate at least 3 different genres of music within your 15-minute set that you get to showcase yourself. So that's why it's called 3 style.
How many times have you been in the competition?
I was in the competition one time, but within the one time you have to compete different regions.
So you went all the way to the final.
Correct, and I won the championship.
So how did you get in that?
So it's actually an invite. Red Bull reached out to me directly and asked me to compete, and I decided to go forward with it. As a way to enhance my skill set and to get better, just to sharpen my tools and see what how I match up against my peers. So I took that as an opportunity just to better myself as a DJ.
And also, you've been very fortunate. You also, win VH1, DJ, a VH1 DJ.
Master of the Mix.
Yeah, Master of the Mix, of course. So how was that like?
Wow, it was an amazing experience. experience getting to be a part of every episode on the show.
Yeah.
And you know,
great exposure.
Yeah, amazing exposure around the world.
Yeah.
So I've been blessed, you know, to be able to, you know, get in front of the right eyes, the right ears, you know, different people around. You know, I'm so grateful for all the support.
Yeah.
All the people that have chimed in all over the world, from, you know, from Dubai to.
So you know, all over. To Dubai.
Oh yeah, I had a chance to perform in Dubai. So
since you've been traveling, why you say beside America, what is the best city or country have you been that you love the most for DJing?
Oh man, I mean, they all offer their own special, unique experience.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say just one, but I really enjoyed Paris a lot. Paris is so beautiful.
Niggas in Paris.
And you know, it's just so it's the culture is so rich there.
Yeah.
And they really appreciate the music. You know, they love hip hop. They love the you know, the pureness of the music, especially coming from the United States, being able to perform there. They really show the appreciation and
but I would think
the
music in France or in Europe as overall a little bit different, because you know what I mean, in Europe, you know, they mostly do techno and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even though they do listen to hip hop, do they like, you know what I mean, do you have to like, you know what I mean, mix it together or like?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for everybody as a whole, but for me personally, my artistry, what I like to convey is make, you know, a blend of everything that inspires me personally and that I know will touch others emotionally and make that emotional connection with my audience every time I'm on stage. So that's what I always aim for. That's what I always strive for, is to touch people emotionally through the music and make that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you said you're not just a DJ, you're also a producer.
Absolutely.
Did you now go to school for that?
No, I didn't actually. I everything I've done has been self-taught.
Self-taught?
So I've been self-taught to DJ. I've been, you know, self-taught learning how to play keyboards and drums. I actually played drums in my middle school band. That's how I actually started, you know, messing around with instruments and music.
So you didn't go to school?
Didn't go to school for it. I graduated from Florida Atlantic University, but you know, I finished with my international business degree and, you know, things like that. So it was definitely, I did music things on the side as a hobby, but it ended up turning into my life, my career, what I love to do, which I'm super happy and grateful for. You know.
So, what's the difference between being a DJ and being a producer?
I think being a DJ and being a producer, they go hand in hand, especially people that have the natural ability. Have the natural ability or develop the skill set to live in both worlds at the same time.
Yes.
Which I've been blessed to do. And I think the difference is, you know, DJs, they present the music. You know, it's a way to express yourself creatively, using other people's music, but also using your own too, if you do make music. And so as a producer, I think, you know, well, a truly great DJ is a selector as well. So it's about selection and song selection, those things, and that can scratch and do all those things, a little bit of everything. I think on the production side, it's more on the breaking down how sounds work together. You know, like how to create something that hasn't been there before. How to take little sounds, little snippets of audio or what you decide to use and create something that's never, you know, been around. You know, something brand new and fresh to the ears.
Is there a particular celebrity or who you have been DJ for, or like is there your music been in the radio or, you know what I mean, to the next level yet?
Yeah, I've definitely had some stuff on the radio. I've been fortunate enough to have you know, different brands use my music for their commercials, things like that as well. So I've worked with Universal, NBC. They've used a lot of my stuff for their commercials and things like that. And,
what about artists in particular?
Artists, yeah, I've worked with a few independent artists as well, and still looking to progress with more major artists, in the very near future here too. So.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I really appreciate you sit down with me. Talk to me about your goal. I can see. Where you see yourself? I always ask people that. Where you see yourself like 5 years from now?
Man, I like to take things one day at a time. Of course, it's important to plan and see what you want, what you have accomplished, and just keep building on that. I wanna grow organically. I want to keep being able to do what I love to do for a living, and just present my work on the highest levels possible. So that's my plan, is to continue building.
Since we in Orlando, of course, it's a nice, a beautiful, but it's also a city where not very hard to people to make it to the next level.
Sure.
Or you see yourself like maybe moving to like a city like New York or California, where your work can have more bigger platform, or do you still decide let life take its course or something like that?
Yeah, it's something I definitely considered years back, but as I've been able to establish myself more as an artist, as a DJ producer, I've decided that Orlando is home for me. I don't plan on moving anywhere. I plan on developing myself and establishing my name, from here, as a way to put Orlando, in a great light, put Orlando on the map and take that culture with me wherever I go. I travel all over the world, and I can say that I'm from Orlando. So that's it's very prideful to be able to do that. I admire people that can come from smaller cities or lesser known cities.
You don't have to.
And
like,
you don't have
move,
to. Yeah, you don't have to move to New York, or you don't have to move to LA to make it. It sets a new bar. It sets a new precedence, and gives people hope that are still from here that, hey, if he can make it, then I can do it too. And I want to be able to help set that bar.
Well, I really appreciate that you sit down today for me.
Absolutely.
And then talk to my audience. Get to some point of view about who you are as a DJ and producer.
Thank you.
And what you represent.
This will be on my upcoming instrumental project too.